Yo guys, this is your artist Tolg and I received a huge A2 size commission from Giovanni. Actually, he ordered 2 A2 size drawings and today I'm starting with the first one. Giovanni wanted a big and badass drawing of Gogeta, but fused with Goku Mastered Ultra Instinct and Vegeta Ultra Ego. Sounds amazing, and this is my idea. I really wanted to include Goku and Vegeta in the drawing as well, same as for these 2 old drawings of mine. There we can see the fusion in the center and Goku and Vegeta in the background. Today I wanted to change things up and I will draw them in front and Gogeta I will draw larger in the background. I'm using the paper in portrait mode and of course starting with the rough sketch. I will also guide you through the whole drawing process, so make sure to watch the whole video, like and subscribe, and for commissions message me on Instagram. So Vegeta and Goku will be turned in opposite directions and Gogeta we will draw from the front with crossed arms. Vegeta I will draw a bit cheeky with a nice smirk, pointing his thumb to himself like Super Vegeta, and I also want to draw him a bit more muscular, so very close to Super Vegeta. I'm also drawing this whole picture from the mind, so using no references. I think drawing from the mind really brings out your own style, it triggers your imagination and brings out your own ideas. We will make Vegeta look directly at us, and I'm also adjusting the head part as often as I need to until I'm happy with the shape. The hair I will draw a bit messy to add more dynamics to it. And that look we will create with smaller and bigger hair strands, also in quite different directions. Now adding hairlines with the same direction of the hair. Great, the head turned out really good, and now we will improve the shape of the arm and then drawing it more detailed. The muscles will be big, round and full. Vegeta is also having his arms crossed, but then lifting up one arm to point at himself. The fingers of the other arm we can see on the bicep, and to draw the fingers nicely we will draw the shape of them first and then more detailed. Also make sure to draw each finger in a quite different position, that will make your drawing look more professional. Now adding some definition to the muscles and then we can draw the other hand. So the thumb will point to Vegeta and the rest of his hand is closed. I had a quite difficult time giving the hand a good shape as I had no references, but it looks not too bad. Now we can draw the round chest muscles and Vegeta will wear the armor with no shoulder pads. That looks great. Now adding the definition and muscles to the neck area, and then we are almost done with sketching Vegeta. Alright, finishing up the other arm. And then we will draw an aura around Vegeta, but very close to him. Using a color pencil very lightly for this, just to get the shape right. That's already enough, and now I'm erasing the very outer parts of Vegeta, because I want to give the whole drawing a shiny coloring. Just like for this Vegeta drawing right here. I think this will come amazing for the whole drawing, and to create this effect we will erase the very outer parts of the sketch so we can leave these parts with no ink. Perfect, Vegeta is done and looks badass I think. Now let's sketch Goku. So first I'm adjusting the guidelines for the face so I can fit the hair fully. Goku will also have a very confident look, a nasty smirk, and we are using the guidelines we drew for the eyes, nose and mouth. I also like to use the guideline to draw the face shape and even to place the ears. The hair will be very big with lots of individual hair strands, and same as for Vegeta, we will draw them in different directions and sizes to add more dynamics to the hair. Alright, the head part looks great, and for the upper body, I want Goku to lift up one arm to adjust his wristband with the other hand. To draw this difficult pose easy, we are going to draw the very rough shape of that pose first, so we know the rough form already. Now, drawing detailed will be way easier, and also drawing from the mind get real easy this way. So the raised up hand will be shaped into a fist, and the other hand will pull the wristband a bit. We will draw the full suit on Goku as well, and the muscles on the arms will be very defined. Perfect, I love the pose, and now we will add a light aura around Goku as well, and then erasing the very outer parts of him. And now to the big fusion. Gogeta is in the center and focus of this drawing, and as for the design, Giovanni wanted to have no eyebrows, same as Vegeta Ultra Ego, and he wanted the earring as well, which I will add later. Other than that, the design will be the same as for normal Gogeta, we will just color the hair a bit different later. As for the pose, I wanted to draw Gogeta with crossed arms, big muscles and a nasty and dominant smirk, because he knows that pretty much no one can beat him. This pose is also quite difficult, so we will of course start drawing roughly, and after that, adding the details and bringing the arms in perfect shape will be much easier. The fusion jacket has a very unique design with the huge shoulder pads, so we will give it a very wavy form. Great, and here as well, we will now erase the outer parts of Gogeta to finish up this sketch. I think each character really turned out great. Of course, these are Dragon Ball characters, but I like to draw them in my style, which makes them look kinda different. Especially when I draw from the mind, these characters always look so different to the show. But that's what I meant when I said that drawing with no references brings out your own style. Now we're gonna ink this, and here I'm using pens from Ohuhu with different sizes. This is a big drawing, so I like to use a 0.3mm for the very outer parts and 0.1 for smaller areas which are more detailed, and even 0.05mm for the veins and eyes, so I can ink more accurately. So and when the first layer is done, we will erase the pencil lines slow and controlled. This can take a few minutes because of the A2 size paper sheet. I really don't like erasing that much, but it's part of the job. Now we will go over the inking one more time just to improve the lines, making them thicker and to give the characters some details. The difference between the first and second layer of ink is huge. Sometimes I'm also doing a third layer of ink, but for a shiny coloring we need a more simple inking style. Perfect, now we have the final line art, and as we didn't ink the very outer parts of each character, they are looking shiny already. I'm really happy with the line art, the characters look really cool and unique, badass, and now we can finally color this. Starting with Vegeta and the color numbers I am using, you can now see on the screen. I'm using Ohuhu markers, 8x markers and Copic markers. Pause the video, make a screenshot, choose the right colors for you, and then we can start coloring. So to make the coloring look real shiny, we will use the brighter color tones on the very outer parts, so on the parts we didn't ink. We will also leave white parts on those areas to even increase the shiny effect. The shades we will add on the inner part, and I'm also using the face features, wrinkles and veins to add the shades. Same goes for the hair, starting with the brightest tone and leaving white parts on the very end of each hair strand. The shading we will add along the hairlines. When you orientate yourself on simple things like this, you always know where you can add the shades. Perfect, the head looks amazing and shiny. And now to the suit. Here, same thing, using the brightest tone on the outer parts, then coloring the base very evenly, and then adding the darkest shades along the muscle definition. And for the rest of the suit, we will continue the same, using the color tone very evenly with multiple layers, so the coloring will look like it's printed. And of course we are using the muscle definition to add the shades. Perfect, the muscles look amazing, and now we will color the armor with the same technique. That means the shading we will add on the inner side of the armor. For the gloves, we will use the wrinkles and the definition of the hand, with the knuckles to add the shades. A very simple technique, but as you can see, it turns out great. So now to the Ultra Ego Aura. We will draw a purple but small aura around Vegeta with many layers to create a nice shiny effect. We will also leave a white glowing part around Vegeta, so the shiny effect of the aura in combination with the non-inked outer parts of Vegeta will come great. We will give the aura a wavy look, and we will continue just like that. Perfect, and to finish up Vegeta, we will now add white dots with a white gale pen around him and the aura. Perfect, Vegeta is fully done, looks great in my opinion, and now we will color Goku. The color tones I'm using for every part you can see on the screen. So choose the right tones for you, and then we can color the eyes and hair. On Goku's hair as well, we will leave the very outer and upper parts of the hair white, so the shiny effect will come great. The shades we will add along the hairlines. As you can see, the hair looks great, and we will continue just like that for the rest of the hair. So now to the skin. I chose some different tones compared to Vegeta to separate them even more. But as for the coloring process, we will add the shades along the wrinkles and face features as well. We are also leaving white parts on the skin for the shiny look. Okay, the head part looks great, and we will now color the hands and arms the same way. The very outer parts we will leave white, and the shading we can add along the knuckles and muscle definition. Perfect, and now to finish up Goku, we will color the clothes, and here as well, we will add the shading on the inner side so the outer parts can be bright, and the darkest and deepest shades we can add along the wrinkles of the suit, shirt and wristbands. Perfect, Goku looks great, and now to the Mastered Ultra Instinct Aura. This one I never get 100% right, I don't know why. This type of aura just seems to be too difficult for me, or maybe I just don't have the patience for it yet, so let's see how it will turn out today. So for the aura I'm using pastels in blue green and purple magenta, and the powder of the pastels I'm overcoloring with a light blue marker. This way I can smear the powder pretty well, and the colors kinda transition and blend into each other, which creates a very good effect. I'm also using a white gel pen to add dots and highlights all around Goku and the aura, and I think, like this, the aura looks great. What do you think? Alright, we are about to finish Goku as well, and this drawing looks amazing so far. Now we will color Gogeta, and the color tones I'm using for him you can see on the screen as well, and I'm starting with the skin. So as Gogeta is the main focus of this drawing, I want to separate him from Goku and Vegeta, and one way to create that is to give him a very dark and heavy shading. This will make him stand out and will make him look shiny and glowing. The shades we will of course add along the muscle definition. Looking great so far, and now we will take a small rest from coloring the skin, because now we will color the pants, the belt and then the clothes above. So we will add heavy shades to the clothes as well, and therefore we will use the wrinkles of the clothes to add the shading. So when you are using a very bright color tone for the base and a way darker tone for the following shades, you create a very glowing effect, because the difference between these two tones is so big. This is also my favorite coloring technique, as it makes the characters stand out so much and they look kinda evil like this, which also makes them look way more powerful. So for the head part, we will actually do the same thing, making the outer parts brighter with white parts, and the big shades we will add on the inner side. Giovanni wanted Gogeta to have yellow eyes, and the hair he wanted to be a mix of Mastered Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego, and I wanted the sides to be purple and the middle part to be silver, so very similar to base Gotenks, and I think it looks great on Gogeta as well. Gogeta is done, he looks amazing, and now to finish up the drawing, we will add the aura around him. This will be also a mix of Mastered Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego, so close to Gogeta, I will draw the Ultra Instinct aura and then a very large purple aura around that. So we will do the Ultra Instinct aura the same way as for Goku, with the same colors and technique. That looks great, and now we got a big area left to color the Ultra Ego aura there. For this, I'm using the color tones you saw on the screen, so go back if you missed it, and the rest of the paper we will now color all purple. Using many different tones for this, from bright to dark, to create different layers for the aura. I'm using the markers with a stroking technique, and you will make the aura coming out of Gogeta. And as I'm drawing on an A2 size paper, the area we have to color now is huge. So make sure that you are using pretty new markers so the ink will last for the entire background. This can take a lot of time, so you have to be patient when you are drawing a big aura or background like this. Basically, it's the same movement for hours, so in order to stay fresh and focused, you have to do breaks. So the best way to color like this is to draw the aura for 1 hour straight, then take a little break, do something else, maybe go outside or eat something, do some sports, then come back to this drawing and color for another aura, and then same thing again. Take a break, come back, and so on. If you do the same movement over and over again, it can get boring and you tend to rush in order to get it done fast. And to prevent that, we will do breaks. But other than that, we will do this patiently and slowly, and we will use a white gel pen to add highlights all around the aura and Gogeta. So let's finish this amazing piece. Alright guys, last touch and then this huge, amazing drawing for Giovanni is done. Man, this took me so much time to finish, but I'm very happy with the results, and also is Giovanni. I don't know if this is my best drawing ever, but it's definitely in my top 5. Everything really turned out great, and the fact that I drew all of that from the mind, including the poses, face expressions, and coloring, makes it even better. I'm really proud of myself for creating such a good piece of art by using no references and just my own imagination and abilities. and with practice and watching my videos, you can learn that too. Big thanks to Giovanni for this huge order, and he will start with his second custom drawing very soon. Alright guys, so let me know in the comments what you think of this. Also give me inspiration for future videos and like the video to show me your support. You can also support me on Patreon. If you appreciate my work, that would be amazing. We only have one Patreon guys, come on. Let's get 10 Patreons at least. Also subscribe to my real-time channel for full-time drawing videos and check out my online shop for original drawings and prints. For commissions, message me on Instagram or email, and if your custom drawing fits to my channel, I will make a video out of it and mention your name in the video just like today. All the links down below in the info box, including the links to the materials I'm using. That's it guys, thank you all for watching and I'll see you on the next